Okay, so imagine for a second you've built this incredible, world-changing rocket ship. It's sleek, it's fast, it's ready for takeoff. But there's just one tiny screw loose, one that could make the whole thing fall apart. Well, that's pretty much the story of Emergent AI, a company that is right on the edge of total domination or, well, a total disaster. Let's get into it.
First things first, let's just put a number on the table. $100 million. That's their annual recurring revenue. And the part that really gets me, they pulled this off in under 8 months. I mean, that's just insane.
And, this is not your typical Silicon Valley startup story. We're not talking about a garage in Palo Alto. This was built in Bihar, India by two brothers. An AI-first product from India growing this fast? Yeah, that alone makes this a story we absolutely have to pay attention to.
All right, so here's our game plan for today. First, we'll look at how this AI unicorn even came to be. Then we're going to pop the hood and see what's powering it. After that, we'll get into its best features, the speed and style. But then we hit the big one, the credit conundrum. That's the core problem. And don't worry, we'll wrap up by talking about how they can fix it. So the big question is how? I mean, really, how did two brothers build a $100 million company in less time than it takes to get through a calendar year? To figure that out, we have to look under the hood and see what kind of engine is running this thing.
So, what is the secret sauce here? Is it some kind of dark magic? A secret algorithm from the future? Nope. It's actually something a bit more technical, but it's just as impressive. It all comes down to a really smart, really modern architecture.
Think of it like a custom-built race car. The front end, what you see, is the sleek, beautiful body, probably built with something like React or Next.js. The AI layer? That's the supercharged engine that turns your simple text prompts into actual website layouts. And the back end and infrastructure? Well, that's the high-tech, serverless chassis that makes the whole thing run incredibly fast and smooth without you even noticing.
So what does all that techie stuff actually mean for you, the person trying to build a website? Well, it means pages get generated lightning fast. It means you get a premium, polished look right out of the box. Making big changes is super easy, and deploying your site, it's literally just one click.
But all the fancy tech in the world means nothing if the product is clunky and a pain to use. And this is really where Emergent AI shines and pulls away from the pack.
Just look at this timeline. You can go from a simple idea in your head to a fully deployed live website in a matter of hours, not weeks or months. You just type in your idea, let the AI generate a base, you make a few edits, and boom, it's live. That is a massive game changer for creators and small businesses.
And we're not talking about some ugly cookie-cutter website that screams, "I built this myself in 5 minutes." No. The sites this thing spits out look professionally designed. We're talking clean spacing, modern fonts. They just look expensive.
And this quote right here, it just hits the nail on the head. It's not about using AI just because it's a buzzword. It's about using AI to actually empower regular people to create amazing things without needing to be a coder or a designer.
But, and you knew there was a but coming, just when you think you found the perfect tool, you discover it's one fatal flaw, a hidden catch that takes this dream user experience and turns it into a bit of a nightmare. And that's what we're calling the credit conundrum.
So here's how it works. They pull you in with a really low cost to get started. For around 700 rupees, you get 100 credits. It's a brilliant move to get a ton of people to try it out. The problem is what happens after you're in the door. It creates this huge risk of people leaving.
This slide right here is the absolute core of the problem. It's a total mismatch of expectations. In your head, as a user, you think, okay, editing should be free and I'll pay when I deploy. But in reality, the system has to use computing power for every single edit, and it charges you credits for it. It's like going to a restaurant, ordering a burger, and then getting charged for every single bite you take. It just feels wrong.
So what this creates is a hidden operational cost. Basically, Emergent AI is charging you for something that you, the user, completely and reasonably expect to be free. And that is one of the fastest ways to break trust with your customers. And the craziest part of all this, the pricing model actively discourages you from using the product. You get this anxiety every time you want to make a change. You're afraid to experiment or try new things because you're scared of wasting credits. It's like they've given you a Ferrari but told you every mile you drive is going to cost you $100. You'd never take it out of the garage. So is that it? Is Emergent AI doomed to fail because of this one issue? Is this rocket ship just going to fizzle out? Well, not necessarily. Because believe it or not, the solution here is actually pretty simple.
And let's be really clear here. The technology is not the problem. The core product is brilliant. This isn't a tech challenge. It's a problem of managing user expectations. It's a communication and pricing strategy problem, and those are fixable.
So how do we fix the friction? Well, here are 3 simple steps. First, create different credit buckets. One for building, one for editing, one for deploying. That way, a small text change doesn't cost the same as generating a whole new page. Second, just be transparent. Show people a real-time credit counter. Let them know how much an action will cost before they do it. And third, create new plans with predictable billing and, say, unlimited edits for creators who use this every day.
And who are these new plans for? They're for the exact people who will make or break this company. We're talking podcasters, YouTubers, solo entrepreneurs, the creative class that needs a reliable tool with predictable costs to run their business on. If you make these people happy, you've won.
Because let's not lose sight of the big picture. At the end of the day, Emergent AI is a fantastic product. It does exactly what it says on the tin. It's fast, it's easy to use, and the websites it creates look absolutely incredible. That is a winning formula. So I'll just leave you with this question. If they make this one simple fix to their pricing model, could this company from India become the default go-to website builder for millions of people all over the world? Or are they going to let this one loose screw bring the whole thing down? Honestly, the ball is in their court.